Today we're going to be taking a look at a custom Xbox Series X controller. This one was customized on hexgaming.com. It cost me $217. Took about a week and a half to ship. Let's go ahead and jump right into the review. All right, as usual, let's go ahead and take a look at the Hex Gaming website. That way I can show you guys the controller builder. I'll go ahead and go through some of these various options. Faceplate, I did clear. Went for a completely transparent look because this reminds me of when I was growing up as a kid. I just thought this was so cool. Again, the bumpers, we'll go ahead and go with clear. Triggers, again, we're going to go ahead and go with clear. Back I kept as black, which matches the joysticks and the emblem. I went ahead and went with the purple textured spray grip, which I think was really well done. Very nice. And then this one actually comes with 4 back buttons. Again, I kind of wanted it to match the grip, so I just kind of went with the chameleon purple blue, which I thought was a pretty cool view from the rear. Now, one thing that I kind of glazed over because we're already done picking our options, the joysticks, it actually comes with a 6-in-1. They are interchangeable, and I like to run with a lengthened stick on the right joystick. That's the one I aim with when I'm playing FPS games like Call of Duty or Apex, so that gives me a little bit higher accuracy in my opinion. So the first thing that you're gonna notice when you look at the face of the controller is those joysticks. Like I said before, I really enjoy them, not only because they have a great rubber feel, but also because the little stippling pattern on the top, great texture, and it gives you great grip. I don't feel like I need to add a control freak or any type of modification. I think these sticks are great and they perform well right out of the box. As I mentioned before, they are also interchangeable, so you can go ahead and pop them off for a short stick, a lengthened one, or something in between. And Hex does provide additional sticks that you do not have to pay for in every package, so I do appreciate that. Wrapping around the side, you're gonna notice the spray on purple textured grip. This one feels really nice. It's gonna hold up and last over time. I know this from experience because this is my 4th Hex controller. I'm a big advocate for them because they make great products and they seem to last forever, and they're a good price point. A lot of competitors would have this a little bit higher in price. For $216, I think this is a heck of a deal. Next up, we're gonna look at these triggers. These triggers are great. They're mouse click, they're short path. They are firm at the bottom, but they have some give at the top. These feel super nice, heavily responsive, and I'm ready to go. I feel that they give me a major advantage in terms of first-person shooter games like Call of Duty, and that's why I keep coming back for more. The other thing that I noticed on this particular one was the fact that there's a nice texture at the top of the trigger. It just makes sure that my finger's not gonna slip, and it gives me a nice feel. So I do appreciate that a lot. On the back, as you guys notice, one of the most popular things for FPS shooters is obviously the back buttons or paddles. This one comes with 4 buttons standard. Something about these buttons. Here's the thing. I've mentioned it before, so if you've seen my videos, you already know. I like to play with 2 back buttons like this because I like to have 2 fingers wrapped around the base of the handles, and then I play with just 2 back buttons. Now, the placement of these for me works very well because in the same placement that I normally play with, I can easily hit all 4 buttons. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I'm hitting all 4 buttons without any trouble. Now, I'm trying to imagine the everyday gamer. What if you like to play with 4 buttons? I think the placement's very close on this one. Check this out. So if you want to kind of have 1 finger on each button, it's super cramped. They're too close together. I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to the 4 buttons, but it feels kind of uncomfortable to me. I think they need to be either spaced out or wrapped around the handle a little bit further down, or maybe just the ability like Battle Beaver gives us to have, you know, different options as whereas the buttons are going to be placed. But other than that, for me, it actually works out flawlessly, and I love using this controller. So if you only like 2 buttons, you're probably going to like it as well. Other than that, these are remappable. As you can see here, there's a little trigger at the bottom, and this is going to allow us to remap these buttons to any of the buttons on the face. So that's really nice because depending on what game you're playing, you might want different variations and the ability to do that in hardware and not just in the user interface of the game. One other thing that I would love to see is the ability to remove the rumbles out of here because, like I said, I'm an FPS player and I kind of like the lightweight controller. So if they could add that in there as an option in the website, I think that would be phenomenal. Overall, I think this is a good value. $216. It ships in a week in comparison to some of the other ones that have taken months and months, 6 months or more to ship. I love it. Hex gives us another banger of a controller. Highly recommend it. If you guys want to pick one up, I will go ahead and I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can go ahead and check that out. But until I see you guys on next week's video, we out.